currently using this window because my house is incredibly dark. And I mean, yeah, I can use the lights that are in my house, but they barely help. Do any of you have like the same problem with no matter where you go in your, oh, it's like right now, look it's starting to get pretty dark. But yeah, do any of you guys have like the same problem? I mean, let me tell you, the struggle is real. Like no matter wherever I go in my house, it's constantly dark. It's like I'm living in a cave. Because I have like 2 windows per room. I have 2 windows per room in my house. And the way that my house is like set up and where the windows are facing, you get absolute no direct sunlight, like at all. No matter what time of the day it is, you never get any direct sunlight in here. Like right now I'm getting some light in here, and it's mainly because like the way that the sun is setting, which it's setting over there, like you probably have no idea like where there is. But anyways, it's setting over that way. So then being that a lot of the light's coming from there, the houses that are over here are acting like gigantic bounce cards. So I get some sunlight in here, but it's definitely not enough. It is definitely not enough. You know what actually might bring in some more light? Opening my front door. Really wish that I would have thought of that beforehand. But before that happens, let's go get some coffee. I'm always making a mess out of something. Woo! Yes! That's some good coffee. You're probably wondering, where did this coffee come from? How could he possibly have coffee if he didn't brew it? It's a funny story because lately I've been doing a lot of cold brew. Like it's basically you grind up a certain amount of coffee beans and you just throw them in a container like a big mason jar, then you add water and then you just throw it in your fridge overnight and boom, you got cold brew coffee. I mean, obviously you have to filter it out and, you know, strain it and make sure that no beans get within said coffee. But there's a funny reason behind why I've been doing so much cold brew, and it's mainly because, well, my coffee maker broke. One morning I was brewing some coffee, then all of a sudden I heard this like weird pop sound, and then I went out to the kitchen and I checked. I'm like, there's coffee all over my floor. So I took the coffee pot out of the coffee maker, and then what do you know? There's a gigantic crack on the bottom of this coffee pot. At this point, inside my head, I'm like, no! My world is just crumbling in front of me right now. So I cleaned up the coffee, and then I went on the internet. I'm like, you know what? There has to be another way to make coffee without needing some type of coffee maker, French press, Chemex, which I've actually been thinking about getting. If you've ever had coffee from a Chemex, or maybe you have a Chemex, or if you've had one, let me know what you think of them in the comments below. But since I've tried it like this, I've been loving it. It's super smooth, it's not as acidic, and it just tastes better. By the way, this is like my 3rd cup of coffee today. Well, maybe not 3rd, because like this mason jar's ginormous. Like, look at this thing. This thing's like, look, it's like, it's pretty much the size of my head. This thing's huge. Love mason jars though. But anyways, do you guys think that opening the door let more light in? Doesn't really look like it did. Well, that didn't work. Speaking of lack of sunlight, it's like 3:30, 4 o'clock in the afternoon right now, and the sun's gonna be going down probably around like 5:36. It's like that time of the year where the sun is just like, peace! I don't have time to be sticking around anymore, folks, till like 7, 8 o'clock at night. I got places to go. Also, by the way, folks, I have a present for you. Winter. I absolutely love fall. It is my favorite time of the year. Hoodie season. I mean, who doesn't love hoodies? They're comfortable, they keep you warm. You can wear them to where, you know, it's kind of chilly out, kind of warm. It's best of both worlds. If you get a little too hot, you can take it off, whatever. Absolutely love hoodie season. I think I have like 4 hoodies upstairs, 4 jackets. I mean, I love my jackets, I love my hoodies, and of course, I love my hats. But I absolutely hate with a burning passion. I hate that this is the time of the year where the sun just starts setting earlier and earlier and earlier. And then it feels like the days are only like 5 hours long and the days just kind of fly on by. And then if you're doing the whole 9 to 5 thing, you wake up and it's like super dark. And then when you get home, it's super dark. And then if you love going out to take photos, I mean, you're always like racing against the clock and just trying to get as many shots as you can before the sun sets. But you know, that's always a good time. Yeah, right, said no one ever. Who likes to do that? No, but really though, if you have a limited amount of time to be able to go out and get as many photos as you can done effectively, it really does help when it comes down to having to think under pressure. Maybe you're trying to shoot for somebody's event or somebody's wedding, or maybe you're just trying to do it for yourself and throw some epic bangers up on Instagram. But no matter what you're doing, I feel that we all can relate when it comes down to feeling uncomfortable with having to get a certain amount of things done with a small amount of time, with big expectations, and it can really be overwhelming. Not to mention when you're trying to fight the sun and you slowly have to crank up that ISO, like somewhat like right now. And when you crank up that ISO, you can slowly start to feel your skin burning because you can see your images becoming more noisy, and then eventually you're like, ooh, I just really don't want to do this because my skin is just melting off, but I gotta do it. But today I just wanted to create, even though that there's nothing super exciting going on, I just wanted to make a video. Actually, let's look up the definition of create. Verb, bring something into existence. So basically, creating is making something out of nothing. So today I decided to just do a vlog, kind of just roll spontaneity, and just, you know, hang out with you guys. You know, just kind of like document my day, see what happens. And the thing is, there are no limits to creating. There are no boundaries, there are no guidelines. And you know what is a great exercise for creating? Just doing it to do it. Like, just have fun with it. You know, don't really worry about what the outcome's gonna be. Don't worry about if it's gonna work. Just create because you love to create. And don't really worry about messing up or failing because that's how you learn. It's all part of the learning process. You know, you'll have 1,000 bad attempts before you have one great one. By the way, it's like getting really windy outside. Huh, look at the trees, are just bending. Feels like it's about to thunderstorm. Thunderstorms in October? It's actually been pretty cold at night this past week. Like, I'm actually surprised that we haven't gotten anything like snow flurries or a dusting. And now it's starting to rain. Like, it is really starting to come down. Look at this. There's a miniature waterfall coming from my gutter. No, you can't go outside. You'll get all wet. Anyways, this is my challenge to you. I want you to go out. In fact, you don't even have to go out anywhere. Just create something, make a video. If you have no idea on what to make a video on, make a vlog. And if you have absolutely no idea on what to vlog about, just vlog your day. And don't worry if you don't have nothing spectacular or exciting going on around you, because look at what I did today. I literally just hung out at my house. I hung out with you, hung out with my dog, had some coffee. There was nothing going on in my life today. Like, today was just a chillax kind of day. And I still created something. I still made a video. Turns out it actually did not thunderstorm and the rain only lasted like 15 minutes. And now the sun's out, so, you know, typical PA weather. Here we actually get like all 4 of the seasons within a week. One day it's super hot, the next day it's, you know, somewhat hot, and the next day it's like freezing, and then the next day, you know, we're back to being pretty warm. One day it's snowing, one day we're having, you know, a monsoon, next day we're having tornadoes. All right, well, I wouldn't say it's that extreme, but the weather definitely fluctuates like crazy here. But yesterday, I've actually noticed that there are almost no leaves on the trees. Like, look at these trees. Probably about like 2 weeks ago, all of them had leaves on them. So I actually haven't been up here in a while, and I figured since, you know, I've noticed that all the leaves are falling off the trees, I'd come up here and check it out before fall is finally over. Because winter is definitely on its way, folks. Winter is definitely coming. But anyways, thanks for hanging out. If you liked hanging out, you should definitely smash that like button. Actually, destroy the like button. Always destroy the like button. It definitely makes a difference. Oh yeah, and if you haven't followed me on Twitter yet, you can follow me at Mikey Olexy, or you can click the link that's in the description below. We can talk, hang out, converse, whatever. Leave a comment in the comment section below. And of course, if you have not yet, you should definitely subscribe. I'll catch y'all in the next vlog. Peace!